Have you ever wondered, how does the brain produce conscious experiences? How are we having this perception of reality? I'm fascinated that we all know we exist, but we cannot explain how it happens. Yeah, sure, you came out of your mom's womb and became the individual you are. But the question I'm asking is, what makes you, you? Which neural activity or the mysterious function allows you to feel the essence of living? Neuroscientists are limited to discover interesting facts about the brain. For example, they can describe the receptor's activity when it sees color or when other neuron functions are stimulated. Yet, neuroscientists cannot explain what it's like for another person to have conscious experience or any details about the perception. There is an interior zone in the science behind consciousness, and it may take a long time until we are more knowledgeable about this aspect. The day we fully understand consciousness will be the day science has unraveled a great mystery. Therefore, consciousness is the most enigmatic part of existence, which can be shown by evolution of life, mind-body dualism, and the time slice theory. To experiment with my topic, let's look back at where life first sprung. Approximately hundreds of millions of years ago, the first aquatic mammal with a brain evolved from a heterotrophic bacteria. This, as my scientists would depict, was the first birth of consciousness. Through natural selection, the sea creatures eventually became land mammals leading to a branch of Homo sapiens emerging. Now obviously, there was not as many people as there are today, so consciousness was passed on and developed through continuous reproduction from a single or limited number of mammals. Today, there are almost 8 billion people on this planet, but are we really different from each other? Through the process of evolution, living organisms separated off into unique species, including mankind, and humans developed a brain. As a result, consciousness links everyone, but in an unexplainable way. Reasoning that we all came from the same aquatic creature which evolved into the beginning of Homo sapiens and finally into the plentiful modern beings. With better understanding, researchers can get closer to identifying the root of perception. But for now, since it is a perplexing topic, they are unable to explain the justifications of what gives consciousness in our neurons, which allows you and I to feel like we're living. Do you think you are your physical body, or is the true version of yourself your mind? Philosophers think that the human body is a slave machine to one mind. There are two separate entities, but many theorists argue that the mind is unconfined to the body. Let's get one thing clear first, the distinction between the brain and the mind. The brain is the physical and visible organ of the body. On the other hand, the mind is unconfined to the brain and is the thoughtful aspect of it. Consciousness is connected to the mind because it is the awareness and analyzation part of the brain that permits critical analysis. Therefore, the mind is the commander of the body. Without your mind, you are unable to interact with the world in body or mind, so you are nothing, insignificant. For example, think about it like this. If you die tomorrow or become unconscious, everyone you've cared about, memories, and life won't mean anything to you. I know this seems obvious, but scientists are still struggling to figure out after hundreds of years what gives us consciousness and our humanistic perception of living. So, to answer my earlier question, I think we are what our mind allows us to be. Our physicality is just an asset. Lastly, what if we're not as conscious as we think we are? The time-slice theory by Michael Herzog and Frank Schnauze suggests that our awareness and understanding of the physical world around us comes in two steps. First, humans unconsciously process images at a continuous rate, meaning that they are completely unaware, at first glance, of what's happening as time is flowing. Second, the information is transferred to the conscious perception, permitting them to comprehend their surroundings, however, at discrete moments in time. It's kind of like those old reel films with images playing really quickly, meaning time, believe it or not, can actually be in really fast slices. Overall, time is in a constant motion as we insensibly observe the world firsthand, and then there's a 400 millisecond lag until our brain can finally comprehend our surroundings. It's kind of like a real-life glitch. That could potentially explain deja vu. We first observe an image subconsciously, and then another moment we actually perceive this image. That's why we say, I don't remember when, but I swear I've seen this before. It's because you actually have. Just didn't have enough time to process it in under 400 milliseconds and into your cognizance. Hopefully, the time-slice theory can further analyze the components of consciousness in respect to time, because that would be a great deal of help to neuroscientists to elucidate this difficult subject. We humans have a tendency to formulate governmental laws of the universe in order to interpret the behavior of matter. Some issues, like consciousness, may remain unexplainable, which is unfortunate, yet fortunate for the most part. The discovery of the significance for consciousness can create a drastic difference in behavior for a lot of individuals and believers, because if we know the full science behind consciousness, we might know the meaning of life. and how our immaterialistic mind can influence our physical body. But maybe we are not yet ready, intellectually nor morally, to apprehend why we're conscious of our lives, our universe. The conscious experience is one of the greatest fundamental mysteries in science and philosophy, and may remain so until another Steve Hawking comes along. As I initially stated, nothing can exist for you if you do not attain consciousness. Thus, it is the most important enigma in life, because you are not in the universe, you are the universe. Thank you.
All right, thank you so